Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Rahab. Uh, so a few people have been asking me about squad builds and stuff like that, and different ways that you can build different squads, yada yada yada. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little video here for you guys, and I'm gonna show you different kind of squad builds, um, and different kind of SP builds, and so on and so forth. Give me 1 second. Let me check this real quick. Um, got all that. Got all that. Got that unit. See, I haven't used not one DBB summon ticket yet, and I already got 19. So we're going to see what I can pull. Friend requests. I have no idea. Look, I have no idea who these people are. I don't. I don't. But I get stuff like this all the time. All the time. Um, the only one that I'm considering adding is the person who's got Zetus. Now, the reason I'm gonna add him or her, probably him. But the reason I'm going to add him is because he has Zetus, which means that he does guild raid, which means that he's in a guild. So that means that he has some kind of knowledge of the game. So that also tells me that he's probably going to have exclusive units and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Now, the dude that's got Azurai as a lead, that tells me that he's got DBB potential. But that's not enough. So I'm going to reject the other two. The other one had Sero, but he was only like 150 something, or whatever the case may be. A guild invite, of course. I have Pimp Larry. That's my friend. That's my friend. He wants me to join his guild. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm already. I'm true to my guilds. So thank you, Pimp Larry, but no thank you. Pimp Larry. Liz would know who Pimp Larry is. He's in Vortex Arena. He's usually top 10. And he's got great builds for his units, and he's got a lot of good stuff. He's very hard to beat up on in Vortex Arena. Okay, so you know what's crazy? It's like right now that I'm on my phone and I'm looking over at my laptop, which I'm doing the grind on, and I'm still open in my laptop. It's kind of funny, but anyway. So these are pretty much. I'm pretty sure I showed everybody all my units before. Um, So let's start back up top here. Now everybody knows what mitigation is. Everybody knows what support units are. Everybody knows what nuking units are. So I really don't got to go into too much detail about that. But I'm gonna use Sarah Anya because she has two different good builds. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the first one, and I believe this is, yeah, she's only got 110 SP, but that's pretty much all I need her for. That's all pretty much I need her for. Now, the first four, Parameter Boost, Spark, Attack, BB Gauge, they're not always going to be those four. But usually the first one is always going to be a Parameter Boost. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Whether it's 100%, 80%, 90%, 50, 40, whatever, you're always going to usually want to go with the first four picks. For Sarah Anya, it's Parameter, Spark, Attack, and Gauge. Okay, so from the rip, that's what she's getting always. Any kind of unit that you get, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna always want the first four. Now, this is the support Sarah Anya. Okay. Now the reason she's full support, so I didn't put the reduction effect to last for 2 additional turns because I pretty much get infinite SBB every turn. So I don't ever have to worry about things lasting forever for additional turns because I have infinite SBB. Anytime I play or I do a dungeon or whatever I'm doing, I usually get infinite SPP. So I don't ever have to worry about things lasting an additional turn. Even if for some odd reason I get gauge wipe, I get Brave Burst gauge wipe, I usually get SPP next turn. So I'm not really concerned about uh, additional 2 turns to last. And anyway, it's BB, it's not SPB. So anyway, um, she has the SPB, enhances SPB probability of raising, of course. Every Sarah Anya should have that. Um, as the light shield, of course. The reason I didn't put the negation, there goes HX. The reason I didn't put the negation to last for BB is because it just negates. It doesn't stop. You mean it doesn't clear your whole squad of ailments. It just negates. So if just so happened that there's an ES lock on a certain rift or a certain grand quest or whatever the case may be, that gets nerfed anyway. You know? So it's gonna get nerfed. So there's no point in putting it in my head. I put as probable resistance against 1 KO attack to BB SBB. So basically, the reason I put that on was, for example, you're doing Void Mirage Rift, and she does her SBB, gives everybody AI, and that next turn you get hit real hard, and 3 of your units go down to 1. Now that's using 1 AI. Alright? There's 1 AI that's conditioned by her. So the next turn, your following turn, and you activate her SBB, you give back that AI. You have a probability of giving back that AI that was just taken. That's one of the reasons Sarah Anya is such a great unit, is because she has infinite AI ability, which is great. It's fantastic. Okay, now the second Sarah Anya, I believe, is my full nuke. She's Omni 3. Okay, so this is my nuke Anya. Of course, the first 4, like I said earlier today, that enhances SVB probably, or like I said before, that's got to be on every Sarah Anya. The negation, I put that there for this one, for Void Mirage, uh, which I'll take out later, which I'll probably put on the light shield on her SBB, or the Purge, the Doom. um, Add Spark considerably, boost BB gauge, of course. And adds enormous light elemental damage affecting SBB and UBB, of course, because um, this is all nuking Sarah Anya. I didn't put the 200k break because I put a sphere on her, and it already breaks her for 200k. So there's no reason to put an additional 200 to put the 200k break and have the sphere that breaks 200k. So I thought that was kind of redundant. Um, Kranis. Kranis is pretty simple. You mean there's only 2 builds, offensive and defensive. Okay, this is defensive Kranis. Some people like to do the 100 boost to defense and 50% boost to max HP, and they do the 100% boost to attack and 50% boost to max HP. So, and they give the purge effect on BB or UBB. Um, I really don't think that's a good idea. Granted, it's a good way to nuke, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Like it'll give him like possibilities of doing a lot of damage, but you're missing out on so much. Like for example, you're gonna miss out on the BB gauge required for BB, reduces that, or you'll miss the breaks attack parameter a little bit further. The SBB boost on spark damage, the 12 combo powerful dark attack, and then the 16 combo massive attack. You're missing out on all of that just because you wanted to go get an extra 100% boosted defense and an extra 50% boosted max HP. That's not worth it in my head. Not. I'd rather have all the buffs that go along with them. Fuck that. Alright, Let's see. I'm looking. Endaria. Let's check out Endaria. Endaria, I believe, is Omni 2. Nope, she's Omni 3. Okay, so this is the prize for Void Mirage. Once you beat it, as you can see, the Rahab account has beaten it. Of course, the first four, like always, the 80% boost. The parameters, 150 to spark. The critical damage, reduces BB gauge. Um, that's the 100% or elemental damage reduction for the first turn. Sometimes on certain rifts, like the first turn, you'll get like a massive attack of elemental damage, depending on what units you bring. Basically, there's for 10 SP, the very first turn, everything gets nerfed down to 1. So if you get hit like 50 times, you're only going to get 50 damage because everything is going to be nerfed down to 1. Okay, for her, she's full nuke. Uh, kind of, sort of. I went for the more expensive build because I use her for the dual UBB in one turn, which is very hard to do. Not for nothing. Um, so basically, she adds enormous boost attack, defense, recovery for 5 turns to UBB, and enhances success rate of SBB probable evasion. So basically, she's just made for the UBB on 2 turns. These are her leader skills, her extra skill, that Brave Assault level 2 that I put on her, uh, her Brave Burst, Super Brave Burst, UBB. She's a recaster, and she's a fucking nuker. She's great. Let's check out the Solve. Let's check out Solve. Solve is there's 125 SP. I didn't put the other 5 because there's pretty much no point. But of course, the first 4, like I said always before, it's always usually the first 4 that you're gonna pick, no matter what. So I also add the 10% damage reduction, break attack limit. Um, Allows SBB to last. Now for her, this was back when um, Infinite SBB was beyond my grasp. But I could reset this. I only got 3 gems. Yeah, I could reset it. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna reset her just to show you guys what I'm gonna be doing with her. Give you guys an idea. Okay, so you look back at her. This is where she's at right now. Okay, 17k attack, 5k defense, 6k recovery, 19k HP. Okay, so I'm gonna do the first one, which is pretty much gonna double everything that she has right there. A little bit more, I believe. The spark damage, of course, you're always gonna want to anything that has to do with elemental and spark damage. You're gonna want to put on. If you're making a nuker, anything that has to do with critical damage, spark damage, elemental damage, you're gonna want to pick that up real easy. Okay, damage taken may restore HP, of course. Resistance against 1 KO attack. So that basically saying that she has AI off the rip. She has AI, and there's no killing her for the first turn. No way you can kill her first turn. Okay, so I'm gonna put the damage reduction because I want her to stay alive longer. All right. Whoa. Okay, so she's a nuker. Okay, so let's see. Adds elements to attack for 3 turns. Of course. Of course. Of course. I've got 25 SP left. I could put taunt, but no, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give her Allows SBB effects to last for 4 turns. I have infinite SBB, so I don't need that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break her attack limit. Leaves me with 10 SP. And I have 15 SP, excuse me. And I have these two. Now I could enhance BB self max out HP boost effect, which basically means when I use her BB, she gains health. I could do that. Or I could do the SBB effect to last for 4 turns, which I'm probably not going to do. I'm probably not going to do that. So I'm going to give her the BB self max out HP boost. So basically what she does BB, which is a good thing because her Solve has overdrive gauge boost fill on her BB. So when she does her BB, she's going to gain, if you check it out right here, enormously boosts OD gauge at turn's end for 3 turns and inflicts injury, weakness, sick, and paralysis. That's just on her BB. That's great. Not for nothing. That's fantastic. So basically, she's going to boost her own max HP and slightly boost OD gauge per ally. So if you have her in a squad and she's the leader, when you use OD fill, whether it's SBB or BB or UBB, because of her leader skill, you get a boost, which is great. I'm tripping, but anyway, it's not great. I mean, it is great, but it's not like it's gonna make a huge difference. It's only slightly. You mean so? It's probably like 10% or 15% boost. You mean, but that 10 or 15% could be the difference between gaining UBB and not gaining UBB. So it is what it is. It's at where it's at. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, I'll do one more unit. Let's see. How about Vanilla? Vanilla is full attack. She's great. Okay, like I said before, the first 4, of course. I gave her resistance to 1 KO, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the PvP. This is the PvP build. This is the PvP build, and that's pretty much where she's at for PvP. I believe I have another one that's build. Let me take a look. Let's go all the way down here. Yep, I got another one right here. This one's not full, but this is the Anima. Yeah, this one was for PvP as well. Basically, what you're going to want, the parameter boost, the spark damage boost, enormously boost elemental damage, of course, because she's a nuker. You're going to want to break attack limit, resistance against 1 KO. Now, you could make her a leader. You could, and that's good. And if you're going to make her a leader, then you're going to want to enhance it, of course. Taunt, if you really want to put taunt on her, you could. It's going to be good for like Gazia and Void Mirage Rift. When you're fighting Gazia and Kranis, you could use her taunt ability, and more damage would go to her than any of the other units, which pretty much keeps everybody else alive. It lasts a little bit longer. You could do a light barrier if you want to BB. Allow SBB. I wouldn't suggest that if you don't need it. Adds critical damage, boost for light. I would do that if you're making her a nuker, and adds probable random status ailment infliction to BB or SBB. Now the reason I'm picking that is because A, there's not really much else you can pick, and B, you never know when you have an enemy that can be inflicted with ailments. I love doing that shit. And let's see, what is it? Heaven's End. In Heaven's End Rift, you've got, I believe it's 6 bosses, and there's a few bosses in there that can be inflicted with stat ailment. So I'll usually bring stat infliction on that rift because it makes things a lot easier. First off, and it's pretty much the only reason why I'll do it is because it makes everything so much easier. Um, yeah, I got another Hakuzo. There goes my Wendy. Another Kagura. I got a lot of Elglis. Yeah, I have some units that I had that there's 2 pages. I believe it's like over 1,000 units a page or something like that. But let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of Elglis. I gotta go through them and start getting rid of some. Um, hmm. There was my other Zenin. Galtier, he's a good unit. Liko. I didn't raise Orochi because I wasn't really sold on him. I just got him just to fill up the Pokédex. But I really wasn't sold on him all that much because there's so many Dark Nukers. So many Dark Nukers. And Lori, I wasn't really sold on him either. So this is my other Kranis. I believe he's offensive, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. He's completely offensive. So he's going to cause a lot of damage. A lot of damage. But, yeah. That's pretty much all the SP builds. Now, as far as team building, every team needs 3 things. Every team. And if you look at all these teams, you'll see all 3. You need mitigation. Okay? Always need mitigation. I don't have mitigation in my Earth squad was because I was wrecking shit for Vortex Arena for Earth. And I didn't really think I needed mitigation. Same thing with Thunder. But you're always going to need mitigation. That is the first primary part of squad building is mitigation. If you have mitigation, you last longer. If you last longer, you do more damage. Second thing is support. You need support. Say it one more time just in case everybody didn't hear me. You need support. You can't just have one mitigator and a healer and just go full nuke. You can't do that. You can't. Maybe on Frontier Hunter you could probably do that. You can go full nuke and not have to worry about mitigation or support or whatever. You could probably do that on Frontier Hunter. But when it comes to raids, when it comes to rifts, you need support. Gotta have support. Because if your units aren't supported, then they're going to die. They will die. And dying is not fun, because you lose. See, this team right here is my survival team. Except for Nia. I gotta take Nia out. But this is pretty much my survival team. I'll take Nia out and put a nuker. Let me think. Who would I want to put in there as nuke? Let me think. Nuke. Who do I want to nuke? Let's see. Who did I have in there? I don't remember what unit I had in there for nuke. I did have somebody in there for nuke. I just don't remember who. But let's say I'll put in, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to put Sizzo in there. Sizzo is a great unit. Oh, that's the wife. My bad. Sizzle's a great unit. He's a great he's a great fire nuker. He's probably one of the strongest fire nukers that's in the game right now. But yeah, this would be a survival team. Now I got Ochako. Ochako is full support. Everything about Ochako is full support. Let's take a look at her real quick. Shut up! Enough! Sorry, y'all. Alright, so everything about Ochako is full support. From her Brave Burst, Super Brave Burst, and Ultimate Brave Burst. You won't ever use her UBB, but her BB and SBB are full support. Everything about this unit screams support. Alright? You guys can take a second and look at reading all that. Uh, yeah, I have it in my wallet. Oh, that's fine. Sorry, Mom. I'm making a video, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm making a video. Um, so you guys, I don't know if you guys read it, but yeah, that's pretty much all her stuff. Now her ES is also a 20 parameter boost to female types when that sphere is on. I don't have that sphere, so I ignore that. And the 20% boost to all parameters when All Might is in the same squad. He's never on the same squad, so I ignore that. But the 50% boost to all parameters for all allies greatly boosts Earth elemental damage and adds Earth barrier effect to BB or SBB. I gotta get rid of that extra skill now that I think about it. But yeah, she's automatically gonna she's automatically gonna have the Earth barrier because you're always gonna BB or SBB with her, obviously, and she's gonna boost herself, and she's going to boost Elena. Elena's not meant for damage. She's not. Let's just be realistic here. She's a full recast unit. That's all she's there for is recast. And I put, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I put Wondrous Aegis on her. Yep. I put Wondrous Aegis on her, which means that she's also a healer. So she's a healing recaster. So that's phenomenal. Negates all status ailments, stat debuffs, critical damage, a slightly boosted attack, defense, recovery, but HP is over 50%. 9 times out of 10, her HP is always going to be over 50%. Always. So, with the heal, she's always going to be, you mean, and then with recast, so you'll always have those effects. Always. Keel is backup. He's a backup reviver, and he raises evasion. There's a recast, but if shit gets heavy, he's going to revive Elena, and he's also going to raise evasion. So, while he's gathering up for UBB, he's also raising evasion and keeping your party alive a little bit longer. Sarah is going, if I get another Sarah, which I hope I do, I'm going to make that Sarah more supportive, and she's going to be more supportive and tanky. I'm gonna mix the two. So that's gonna be great. I hope I get another Sarah. That'll be cool. And Sizzo is there just for nuking. I'm not gonna keep Sizzo there, but I just put him there just for safety's sake. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. So, 3 basics in every squad is mitigation, support, and recast. That's what I wanted to say. If you look at all my squads, you'll see recast or extra action. See right there, that's extra action like a motherfucker. Andaria recast. I mean, you're always gonna see recast Tavares, to solve. Always gonna see recast. Kagura, she's recast. This is a speed team for Soul's Training Ground. Always gonna see recast. Always. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. All I wanted to say. If you guys have any questions, you can message me or ask me or whatever the case may be. You can send me a direct message if you don't feel like you want to talk on the lobby. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions on my builds or on the video, you guys can always ask me, like I said, on certain units. So yeah, take care, guys. Cheers.